So, you talked about how this shouldn't be a path of hard work. It shouldn't really be a high effort path. And yet I find that
Well, you will discover if your effort is about focus, you bring into your experience a leverage. In other words, you know leverage. You can pick something heavy up, or you can use a lever to lift it up. When you leverage, your action goes further. And there is a leverage in aligned energy that defies any leverage that you've ever discovered through action. In other words, we say the hospitals are filled to the brim with people who are now trying to take action to compensate for a discordant thought. Well, many would say, well, it was easier to go and have that thing cut out of me than it was to clean up my thinking. And we say, well, it might seem so, except that you can't cut it out. If the negative thing is still there, it will come back in another way and in another way and another way. Doctors and scientists, we tell them, when you look for the vibrational root of something instead of the cure, now you'll be on to something sustainable, you see.
Right.
If you spent 15 minutes before you went to bed every night basking, doing your best to appreciate, and in the morning when you awakened, you laid there with an intent of recapturing the good feeling that you felt the night before. And then after you've had something to eat, you would move into a list of positive aspects or a rampage of appreciation. Or if there's something a little miss, do a focus wheel about it. We'll talk about a focus wheel in a bit here. If you would take that combination of maybe 30 minutes or maybe a little more, you would move yourself into the proximity of the vortex, or maybe even get into the vortex. And when you're in there, now the people you need to talk with are available to you. Now the idea of when to get in your car and move is a good one because you missed the traffic. Now when you go to the department store, you miss the line and you miss the clerk who's new and find the one who knows where everything is. In other words, when you take the time to get into the vortex, you smooth out the bumps in your experience that you spend a lot of time stepping over or tripping over or regrouping after, you see.
Yeah.
There is so much leverage in alignment. And when you discover that, when you become addicted to it, and it makes you not want to leave the house before you're in alignment. It makes you want to tend to your relationship first before you embark on any other. In other words, think about it. If you don't take the time to get into the vortex and you just blunder out into your day, now you're not in alignment. Now you're having a conversation with this person about something that you can't sort out. And now you're having a conversation with this person about something you can't sort out. And the whole day goes, the time passes, nothing productive happens except you just banged around with a bunch of unproductive people who were a vibrational match to you. But if you took the time to get into the vortex, now you're rendezvousing with clear-minded people, and now your conversations are meaningful, and now you're moving forward with it, and progress is happening. And most of all, you're feeling good. A day spent not feeling good, from our opinion, is the most wasted of days. A day feeling good, no matter what happens, is the most productive of life spent.
So, okay, I got this awesome girlfriend, and we are, having a great time, and then she decides that she wants more in the relationship.
So she wants to take the relationship to a level that you haven't decided to take it.
Yeah, she decided before I did that she wanted to go to this
all right.
different place.
So you know what you don't want. You don't want to be dragged kicking and screaming into a place you don't want to go.
Right.
Now a focus wheel will describe the process. So you take a large piece of paper and you identify what the issue is. My girlfriend wants stuff from me I don't want to give. And when you know what you don't want, you always know more clearly what you do want. So in the center of this sheet of paper, draw a circle, and in that circle, write how you would like to feel. I know what I don't want. What is it that I do want? What I do want is a delicious relationship that unfolds naturally.
Good.
Is that as good a way of saying it as anything?
That is. I mean, I find that I go through some fear around, okay, well, this is going to go away maybe, and I associate.
I want this relationship to continue to be delicious and comfortable in its unfolding. So now you've covered all the bases. You want this one to remain, you want it to keep feeling good, and you don't want to have to go someplace you don't want to go. So identifying what you do want is like finding a positive way of stating the opposite of what you don't want. That's really what you're doing.
Okay.
I know what I don't want. I don't want her to make demands on me that I'm not willing to give.
Right.
What is it I do want?
I want
to be in charge of my life. Maybe that's a better way of saying it. I want this relationship to work, and I want it to unfold in a way that pleases both of us. How's that?
Right. That's
All right.
good.
So now don't jump on it right away and say, how can it please both of us when we want different things? Just accept that you have made the statement, and now the universe is on it. So now you know what you want. You've thrown it over into vibrational escrow. In fact, you've thrown it over there into vibrational escrow through all of the pros and the cons and the contention and the deliciousness of your relationship. So it's already over there brewing. All you did was just make an effort to state it the way it's already brewing. That's why this focus wheel and this vortex blend so beautifully together. The vortex is already spinning, and we're mimicking the vortex to try to get up to speed with the vortex that you're wanting to be in. You see sort of how it works? So now in this big circle that you've drawn on this page, the center of it has what you're focusing upon, what you're going for. And now draw 12 smaller circles around the perimeter of this circle.
Okay.
And try to find a statement that you already believe that matches that center circle. In other words, if you say, oh, we're getting along so well, it throws you off in the bushes because that vibration is higher than the vibration of you. You can't get on the wheel. If the wheel slows down enough that you can get on it, then you can speed it up once you're on it. So we're going to slow this wheel down enough that you can get on it. So you might say something like,
For the center of the wheel?
the center of the wheel's already there, but something that matches it, that doesn't throw you off in the bushes. What's in the center of the wheel? I want a comfortable, delicious relationship that pleases both of us. That's what's in the center of the wheel. So what do you already know about your relationship that matches that?
My relationship is deep, poetic, and juicy.
All right. Now, it is good. There are so many aspects about the relationship that are wonderful. You tell us, did that statement, do you already believe that? Or did it throw you off in the bushes?
No, that's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you're on the wheel.
Yeah.
Now, make another statement that keeps you on the wheel, that amplifies this wonderful, delicious relationship that is unfolding, that is pleasing both of you. Make another statement that matches that.
My relationship is happy and fulfilling for everybody involved.
All right. So
Well, I want us to both be on the same page when she wants one thing and I want something else?
you can, but it throws you off in the bushes
Right.
because you don't believe that you're there yet. That's the
Right.
whole reason we're
Okay.
doing this
Okay.
focus wheel, is because she wants stuff you don't want. In other words, that's the whole point of it. And so I want a compatible relationship. And by compatible, I don't mean me give up everything I want and give her what she wants. And I don't mean her give up everything. Well, that would be better if she would give up. But what I really want is for us to activate within each other the most compatible points. I'm not asking this woman to be everything to me. I'm asking myself to focus upon the aspects of her that make her perfect for me. In other words, I want to evoke by this focus wheel vibration within me that gets from her for me what I want.
Okay, so here it is. So we were talking, and we both need to be totally in our own vortexes first, and then coming into the relationship that way.
Yes, but blah, blah, blah.
Blah,
You have no control over her vortex or what she does. You have no control over what she does. You can't offer enough words to make any difference. You can't convince her. She's really good with words. Haven't you noticed? You can't outmatch her with words. Because everything you say, she's got 10 things better to say back to you. So you've got to gain your power in the middle of this vortex. In other words, this is how you're amassing your power. So you know what you're shooting for. I want a relationship that pleases us both. That's what's in the center of this circle.
Right.
And so then
And I want to be in the vortex in my relationship.
all right. So now let's just try to find some things that fit it. And so you just listen.
Okay.
Because in some ways, you are weighing the pros and the cons as we're moving along. And you see, the pros and the cons, the pros and the cons, the pros and the cons, the pros and the cons just hold you in contention with yourself. You've got to weigh the pros and 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 the pros to get in the vortex. That's the purpose of the focus wheel. And we're not trying to get you to be objective. We're not trying to get you to explain your side, her side, your side, her side. We're trying to get you to align with you, with what you want, with what's in the center of your vortex. So there are so many things about us that are already compatible. Well, I love being together. I believe that the reason that we came together is because we have points of harmony. I want to know that I can be inside of a relationship that's delicious and still be predominantly who I am. I love the idea of co-creating together. I love the expansiveness that we provide. I think it's a good thing that sometimes we're outside of the vortex because our relationship becomes more as a result of what we're living together. I think that just as past relationships have helped each of us know what we want, this relationship is helping each of us define more clearly what we want. And I'm pleased in what she's helping to define in me. And I'm pleased in what I'm helping to find in her. This relationship feels mostly really good. I like knowing that I can keep this relationship or anything feeling as good as I decide to make it. There is a feeling of freedom in realizing that I can get in the vortex whether she does or not. I love the feeling that when I'm in the vortex, I can only extract from this relationship or any other exactly what I'm wanting. Oh, I'm feeling such freedom to realize that I don't have to give her a whole personality makeover. I don't have to restructure her understanding about relationships or anything. I can just keep taking the furthest point that our relationship has taken me to, and I can just keep focusing upon that. This relationship can be the basis of my coming into alignment with me. Gee, it's so funny. I was afraid that the relationship would cause me to lose myself, and it turns out that this relationship and this focus wheel is helping me to find myself. I'm realizing that I don't want to be a puppet on a string, and I don't want her to be a puppet on a string. I want us to both be individual, independent creators who are coming together on many purposes for the purpose of enhancing one another's experience. I love this relationship. I want this relationship to go on and on and on and on and on. And I expect that we will have a long, delicious relationship together. And now you go right back to the center of your circle and you say, I love this woman. I love us being together. I love this relationship. I love knowing that I can have what I want and she can have what she wants from this relationship. Really good, you see. Yes, did you hear it? Did you get it? So now, can you see why once you begin getting the hang of directing your thought, and once you get the whiff of what it feels like when you get in that vortex, it doesn't take very many focus wheels before you begin to know the power of your experience. And you begin to feel this clarity and this vitality and this eagerness for life. And then just one thing just leads to another and to another and to another and to another and to another. And the best thing about all of this is that as you begin to play this game of deliberately focusing yourself and coming into alignment with the love that truly is you, when you slip out of it, as you will do as you're observing different things or a comment from someone, you'll really, really feel it. Your sensitivity to it will be keen, and it won't have to turn into pain, which is, by the time pain comes, you've got a whole bunch of negative momentum coming too. You'll feel it in the early subtle stages. We want you to be so picky, so picky. Don't put up with things that are unexpectedly quitting on you, like girlfriends or computers. Don't put up with it. Focus wheel it.
So a focus wheel is a way of organizing your positive aspects about something until
you could say that, but more than that, it's a way of starting with something that you do believe and building it until it matches what you want to believe.
Starting with something that you do believe and building it till it matches what you want to believe. So you're kind of working up the ladder, working around.
You're working to it. You're working to it.
And you hit something that's not working, that's agitating, you just shift that over to another file.
Another focus wheel, because it just reminded me this is a deeper problem than I first acknowledged. So I'll work it from this angle, and then I'll work it from that angle, and then I'll work it from that angle, and then I'll work it from that angle. And the wonderful thing is, life's going to show you all the angles. In other words, you might do 100 or 200 focus wheels on your relationship as different things happen. But what begins to happen is, as stuff happens in the relationship, you now don't see it as a problem. You see it as a focus wheel opportunity.
Right.
Oh, good. Another reason to clean up my vibration. Very good.
Yeah, all right. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.